Happy day. This is Vijayalakshmi Sailapathi, Assistant Professor, Department of Commerce, BCom A and F Shift 1. Today you are going to see about the Consumer Dispute Redressal Agency in detail. Consumers. Consumers are there everywhere. So are the sellers and the service providers. There are no exception in this world to be a consumer or a seller and service provider. At one place you will become a consumer, another place you will become a seller or service provider. And as you see, myself and you are no exceptions. There is a issue and conflict always there between the consumer and the seller and service provider within us and among everybody in this world. Even today in America, there is a conflict which is going on between Trump and Xi Jinping, or the Chinese president, with respect to trade and tariff. So there is a conflict between them. So now today we are going to see the Indian institutions which empower the consumer, protect them from all their grievances and give them a solution with respect to all their grievances. So let us go into detail about the three-tier consumer dispute redressal agency. What is that you are going to learn from this? What are the learning objectives? So you are going to learn the objective, the structure of the three-tier quasi-governmental agency, and second one, how to approach the consumer with self-interest and also group interest, and third one, how to guide the consumer to approach the consumer grievance redressal agency. The introduction, where you are going to see about the Consumer Protection Act 2019. What are the benefits it has given? 2019 has provided economical, effective and speedy justice to the consumer, so that the act envisages the setting up of the three-tier quasi-agency at the district level, state level and national level. The judicial body will observe the principle of natural justice and they try to award compensation to the grieved consumer, whoever is approaching them. So now you are going to see in detail all these judicial body and how it works, who are the people behind these judicial body. District Commission. So let us see in detail about the District Commission. The state government is empowered to establish the District Commission in every district. You can have more than one District Commission in every district depending on the complaints that are coming in each district. For example, in Chennai we have Chengalpet district, we have Kanchipuram district and we have Chennai district. 3 district commissions are there. Let us see who are the people who are helping the consumer in solving their grievances. The composition of the district commission, it contains one president and 2 members. The president will be the district judge, qualified district judge, and the 2 members, one member will be a woman member, and these members will be a person of ability, integrity and standing, and every president shall be appointed by the state government in recommendation of the selection committee, and the selection committee consists of the president of the state commission, the chairman, and secretary law department who is a member, and another member will be the secretary in charge of the Department of Consumer Affairs in the state. Term of office, they will have a term of office of 5 years or up to 65 years, whichever is earlier. In district commission, the members can be reappointed up to the age of 65 years. When you see the jurisdiction, the district commission jurisdiction entertains complaints where the value of goods and services and compensation having value up to 1 crore. The complaint can be filed in the district commission in whose jurisdiction the whole cause of action has occurred. There is one more clause which is also added upon, where when the cause of action takes place in a different place and the consumer is living in a different place. For example, I live in Chennai and I have become an aggrieved consumer from Kanchipuram. So it is not necessary that I have to file my case in Kanchipuram district. It is enough I can file my case from the place where I reside and mentioning the cause of action happened in Kanchipuram district. Competency to make a complaint. Who can make a complaint? The consumer who has purchased the goods or availed some services can make a complaint. It is not necessary that he should have actually purchased the goods. It is necessary that if you have the proof of purchasing the goods, he can very well file a complaint. So, when you see this filing of complaint can be done by the consumer himself or through a legal practitioner or through a recognized consumer association. What is a recognized consumer association? A consumer association where they are the non-government organization who are voluntary organization, they take up the consumer issue and help the consumer in solving their problem. So, it should be a recognized consumer association where, because the complaints are going through them, they are going and passing through the district commission. An unrecognized consumer association cannot file a complaint. In order to improve the things, the 1993 amendment Act has provided class of action which enabled one or more consumers, where there are numerous consumers having the same interest to file class of action complaint, where they are suffering the same loss, then they can file class of action where they can file it as an individual complaint or they can file it together as one class of action depending on their choice. The choice will be given to them by the district commission. They will ask them whether they want to file it individually or they want to file it together. So, this benefit you have under Consumer Protection Act 2019. Contents. So, we saw how to file. What is that you have to write? You can't write a letter. Some formal things has to be included when you are writing the particular complaint. What are those? The name, description and the address of the complainant who is the consumer. Next, the name, description and address of the opposite party who is the seller or the service provider. Then the facts relating to the complaint, including the what is the defect, deficiency, place, time, all these has to be included, and every complaint must be accompanied by the document, that is a supportive evidence which contains all the details. In some of the state consumer dispute redressal agency, they make it compulsory that every consumer has to give an affidavit stating that he is the consumer who is suffering from the loss. Only then the complaints will be accepted. Procedure to file a complaint. The procedure filing the complaint is very informal. It can be filed by the individual consumer. It can be filed online. It can be filed through a legal practitioner or it can be filed through a recognized consumer association. Prior to 2002 amendment, there was no requirement of paying any court fee. Now, every complaint, depending on the value, the court fee has to be paid. That will be dealt upon in the next slide. So, after 2002, the amendment has proved that every complaint should be accompanied with the prescribed amount of fee which is payable by the consumer. So, one of the important changes which has been introduced in 2002 is admissibility of the complaint. 21 days from the day you file the complaint, 21 days will be given. Within that 21 days, the complaint will be accepted and the case will be numbered and the consumer can go and refer. So, this is one facility which is given by the 2002 amendment. What are the limitations of filing a complaint? Limitations. So, you or I, you have suffered the loss, but there are certain limitations within which you have to file a complaint, that is 2 years from the date you have suffered the loss, you should have filed the complaint. For that also, they are giving some priority, that is if you have enough proof after that 2 years you want to file a complaint, you do not have say the material, you do not have some of the items, you can't explain what are the things and you have all the proof related to that, that you are filing the complaint later on, and if it is acceptable by the consumer dispute redressal agency that you are genuine and you are filing a complaint after 2 years, definitely you can do so. What are the remedies available to the consumer? So, replacement of goods, goods will be returned back to you and price will be returned, then compensation will be given, negligence, product liability and negligence, removal of defects or deficiency, and not to offer hazardous goods for sale to provide for adequate cost of parties. Next, we will move in detail about the State Commission, which is considered to be the second in the hierarchy of the 3-tier quasi-judicial body. Again, who is responsible? The state government is responsible for setting up the state commission. Who are the people behind the screen? The state commission consists of one president and two members, and the one president will be the high court judge and two members will be of ability, integrity and standing and not less than 35 years of age. The state commission will entertain disputes where the value of goods exceeds 1 crore but not more than 10 crores. Appointment, the president of the state commission will be appointed by the chief justice of the high court. It is mandatory that when they are appointing the president of the state commission, they have to consult with the chief justice of the high court, then only they can appoint. And term of office, they can hold the office for 5 years up to the age of 67 years, whichever is earlier. Then comes the highest in the hierarchy, that is the National Commission, framed by the central government, and constitution is a chairman and it has 4 members. So, you would have seen 2 members in district and 2 members in state. Here there are 4 members, and judge of the Supreme Court nominated by the Chief Justice of India, he will be the chairman, and the secretary in the Department of Law will be the member, and the secretary in the Department of Consumer Affairs in the central government again a member. They will hold the office for a period of 5 years up to the age of 70 years, whichever is earlier, and complaints where the value of goods and services or compensation exceeds more than 10 crores will be entertained in the National Commission. Any appeal you are going to file against the order of the state commission, you can file only in the National Commission. So, as I told you, you have a fee structure. So, for every, in the district commission, for every grievance you put, you have to pay a fee. So, you can see up to 5 lakhs it is nil. So, above 50 lakhs and up to 1 crore it is 2000 is the maximum. In state commission it is 6000 and it is 7500 in the National Commission. So, we can see a small example related to this. This is with respect to Mercedes-Benz, one of the world's leading car manufacturer. So, the Mercedes-Benz has been fined with 2 lakhs for selling a demo car to the customer. So, this is awarded in the National Consumer Dispute Redressal Commission. Selling of used demo car without the knowledge of the customer amounts to unfair trade practice within the Consumer Protection Act, and they have been fined with 2 lakhs. Then you have Airtel. Airtel was asked to pay 10,000 as compensation to the customer for providing faulty internet connection, and this case has been taken up by the East District Consumer Dispute Redressal Forum, said that the telecom company had provided deficient service to its consumer, and this is being solved by a Delhi based lawyer. And even one more case is there where it has happened in Chennai, where a person purchased a battery for his small instrument. It is a camera, and he has purchased the battery from the nearby shop, where he took the battery, he opened the cell and put the battery in the camera. The camera is very expensive in those days, and when he was trying to take pictures, it was not coming and the camera shut down. When he opened, he found the battery, there was a leakage in the battery. He took the battery to the shop and he argued that he purchased the fresh battery, and he showed the bill also, and the shopkeeper refused to answer back, and this case was taken to the district commission, where the consumer is able to give all the supportive documents with respect to the battery, and even the battery was produced in the court, and the shopkeeper was asked to approach, and he was fined with 2500 rupees for 25 rupees battery. The fine which was he is levied upon is 2500, and the consumer was given around 15 sets of battery free of cost by the shopkeeper himself, and this was the case which was handled by a Chennai based lawyer, and this was example which was given, and this case was taken by the Consumers Association of India, which was an NGO, and they had a very good interest in the consumer problems, and they took up the case and they gave a solution to the consumer. And now we are going to see about the ConfoNet. ConfoNet is nothing but the computerization and computer network of consumer fora in the country. It is an internet based case monitoring system, where the case monitoring system provides a single window solution for all the automation. So, where you can see the case status by giving the number of the case, what is your present case status, and what are the arguments that are taken place in the court can be seen. Here you have so many reports. You can get the reports, cost list. Cost list is nothing but what are the daily list that is coming in the court, who are the people, what is the court, what is happening, all these you can get, but normal individual cannot see all these cost list. It can be seen only by the lawyers. They have their own password and login ID through which they can see the cost list, and they can see the hearing date, they can see the daily order, they can see the judgment, they can see all the queries, all these can be seen. And for us as a member, they can see the query, they can see only their order and their judgment, whatever that has been given as a consumer. Then all the statistical report, everything can be at one click of the button, you can see all these things. And apart from this, the various services are provided by the case monitoring system have been given in the flow chart, where you can see how the data entry operator does. He does the cost filing, he does the acknowledgement, and the dealing assistant gives the case detail, other complaint, issue notice, and court master where with every judge there will be one person who will be writing all the register as to what is happening in that particular day's court, and that person will give it to the court master. Court master will update it in the particular case monitoring under the internet based case monitoring system, and member can see their details. What is the query, who has spoken what is the opposite party has spoken, what is that the judge has given, what are the arguments that has taken place, and even your order will be posted in the case monitoring system, where you can take a printout and study what has been given in your order in detail. After that only you have to go to the court, get a court seal, which becomes the official document of yours with regard to the order. Then you have the Confinet. The Confinet is the automated case monitoring system. It gives various services or the task which the consumer has to perform, the court has to perform, all has been automated, where you can see the case list, you can see the status of the case, you can see the quick view of the case history, judgment search is possible, automatic notice generation is possible, and if you want you can see various statistical report which is generated by this automated system. And this case monitoring system incorporates specifically in a designed modules that allow replication of data to a centralized online server. Once the data has been exported to these servers, it can be accessed by the general public also in the form of case status, in the form of the case details. So, you can see the diagram. So, here the state commission, the national commission and the district commission. State commission, the consumer and the lawyer, cost list, case status and judgment. Finally, then district commission, cost list and the judgment will be given. The national commission, which is responsible for all these, it takes a case from the district and also from the state, and it gives the consolidated list of everything like your report, your cases dealt in the commission, your disposed cases, your pending cases, and all these details will be given. By looking into this, and that this is the main portal from where the judge will look into this and they will decide on the hearing dates. Even you can see the holiday court happening based on the pending cases and all these details only. The holiday court will be functioning and they will do in detail all the case status and they will give entire report in detail. I hope you would have understood about the 3-tier quasi judicial mechanism, and in detail we also saw the computerized system which is operating under the 3-tier judicial mechanism. It is of very good use to the students and also to outsiders. I hope you would have understood and the video is very clear. You would like to have more informative videos like this, like, share and subscribe M.O.P Classroom. Thank you.